Okay, so One Leaf sent me the Commander NV100 digital night vision camera. You know, these attached to your scopes, and they wanted me to do a little review. I've been playing with it a little bit, but I'm actually bringing it out to shoot tonight. Well, today and tonight. And you get a cleaning cloth and packaging. Here it is itself. It's really small. Has this built-in infrared battery compartment. It pops onto the ring. And the rings, they send you 3. Now this is the 48mm. I got both the 45 and the 42mm already attached to my rifles. And basically what you do is this will be on your scope, and you can just pop it in there. You got to get it lined up just right. And then you lock it on, and then it looks through your scope. Then there's a little disconnect. I'll pop it right back on. Now, they send you USB cord, a few tools, and a little carry bag. Help keep it from getting too dusty. And so far, just playing around at home, I've been quite happy with it. Okay, first video test. But I'm actually going to be doing some rifle shooting today, and I'm going to start with my 22. I'll be right back. Okay, so I put the battery in. It's an 18650 that it comes with it. Turn it on. Short click on it. Here's some of the controls, and we're getting there. Pop it on. Now, something I've noticed with the AR style, this is this 22, because it brings it back, it's hard to get my head down low enough, but I'm also 6'3", so, but I think if you mounted your scope forward more, you would eliminate that issue. Also, I can't quite get the reticle to focus with the object, but that's a scope issue, not the camera issue. The camera is focusing just fine. Now, this one is suppressed, so I will not be wearing hearing protection. Okay, and then they got a little focus thing here, and I'm focusing now. All right. These are the digital zooms, which are not necessary. Okay, now we're recording. Well, I said, kind of hard to get my head in there, but that's okay. Now the still target out there is about 100 yards. And you can see it drop because I've got the scope set for 50. And I haven't shot the rifle in a while, so it wants to be stubborn. Okay, so I got it set up on my Mossberg MVP 5.56. This is the patrol model. I'm shooting some 223 ball through it. I'm going to be shooting at a 16-inch still target at 300 yards, and I gotta like refocus it for this rifle, for this scope. Get the crosshairs clear, and then the scope has its own parallax. Okay, so we are recording again. I got my scope set, but I'm gonna have to walk it in. I think I got it set for roughly 300 yards here now. Settle it in here a little bit. Sound like a hit, guys?
It hit.
Okay, so I'm going to be shooting at a white painted rock that's about 400 yards out. And the reason I'm doing this during the day is I'm going to redo it at night. That looked pretty good. Now I have my scope. This is a 6 to 24 power scope, and I have the scope set all the way down to 6. I'm going to zoom up on the scope, and then it's still recording. I got to refocus to parallax, and I'm not sure that impact might have been. I'm not sure where the impact was. I know it was close. So this is now full 24 power. And I'm not sure. I can't see it quite good enough with this scope. I don't think I'm hitting in the white. I think I might be hitting low and left, or low and right. I'm hoping this camera is seeing it better than I am. Of course, I gotta, deal with the recoil. I'm gonna aim where I think I'm hitting low, just adjust. Oh no, that seemed to, no, there seems to be a mark now.
That's set right.
It's 7 o'clock, it looks like. So I think I was correct in my assumption that I was hitting. And we do got a slight breeze from the left.
What do you call a multiplier? Yeah. Move that forward. Like I have that one as a multiplier. Adjust.
Oh yeah, definitely there. You can see it now. I'm in there now. Okay. So I'm going to shoot out at 300.
Okay.
As soon as I find it again. Now, the white target out there is 300 yards. And I'm at the max infrared setting. And I can just make out, I painted it white. The black ones here and here are actually standing out much better. So I'm going to try the white one first. I think I was a little high when I was shooting at 400 earlier. Find him again. There it is.
Oh, you hit.
I hit the metal.
Yeah.
And you can see that flash. Okay, so on the road, to the left of the road,
Yeah.
there's the black metal one.
Yeah. Left.
Yeah. See it?
I see shadow of one.
I just knocked it over.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I had the scope turned up too high. Now there's the one I painted white earlier.
Shoot the one at 80 yards.
I will. I'm at the one at 40 yards right now. That's painted white. You see it? It's on the right side of the road.
Yeah.
The one I just hit. Having issues with my rifle. And I'm empty. So I'm going to reload and I'll be right back. Yeah, let me find it.
Right there.
Okay, I see it. Okay, and I'm still recording.
Oh, that's how you hit it. Yeah.
That hit it.
That hit it. Yeah, that hit good. Oh, yeah. 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 No.
Left. Oh.
No short. There you go.
And I'm empty. Okay, so this is the one leaf, the Commander NV100. It's a night vision camera. I got it mounted to this rifle today. This X-Aegis scope that I've had for a while. It fit on this thing perfectly, and it's just really nice. This is definitely my favorite setup so far. Anyway, but I did move the scope forward up to here, and it does have the 20 MOA rail on it, so it actually gives me a little bit more height because this doesn't comb down a little bit. But this rifle is suppressed, and I'm shooting at a 7x8 steel target out there, and the bullets are kind of fast, so I'm actually going to video a little bit of it and see how I do. I think I'm on nowadays. That would have been to the left. Okay, so I had to check with my other camera. This 24-inch barrel, man, those bullets just whip out there, and I was definitely hitting to the left, so I adjusted back to the right. My elevation looked good, so we're going to try a few more rounds. Well, it was close enough that I hit it, or made it fall down. Okay, so I have, I think, like 5 more rounds, and I moved the target. I'm going to be shooting at my 16-inch steel target up there. Get this thing recording. And I was recording. Okay, recording now, definitely. Focus in a little bit. So one of the things I'm going to enjoy about this is, you know, when I do my really long range shooting above the 300, I miss sometimes, obviously. Sometimes sometimes a long ways, and I don't think it's me all the time, but with this, I'm going to be able to slow it down and see what happens to the crosshair, see if I change my aim, if I move the gun before I actually shoot. So that's one of the things I'm going to be working on with this scope camera. Of course, it's also night vision, and when I was out here last week shooting, and I'm going to be doing it again tonight, I completely forgot. We're shooting at 300 yards at the black target, which I had painted white, and it kind of blended into the background really bad. But the infrared emitter here, I completely forgot that you can tighten the beam up by pulling it out. So I was having a hard time seeing it. So tonight I'm coming out and I'm gonna see if it goes good with this on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to readjust. Actually, it's not too bad, but because I switch scopes, I have to like zero or do the for the reticle to get cleared, and then I got to sight this in, and if you can see, now I'm on the infrared level 3, and you can see that target pretty good. Now I'm gonna cover up the infrared. Okay, so I got my hand over the infrared, and you can see it's not working. And now you can see it's pretty good, and that's level 3. I'm gonna go up the hill a little bit. Raise my bipod a touch, so I can get some more elevation out of it. Okay, so you can see it's, well, I gotta adjust the parallax too. So okay, there's that rock. That rock is just under 400 yards from here. And to give you an idea, okay, I'm going to cover up the infrared again. Infrared's covered up. There's the infrared again. Let me make sure I'm not pushing it. Now I'm going to move up to infrared 6, 4, 5. Okay, now that's the highest level of infrared, and that's nearly 400 yards away. Just under 400 yards. The top of the hill is over 400 yards, but that rock is like 395. So as you can see, the infrared, when used properly, unlike last week, works really good. You can see, like I said, that's a big one. I got other ones out there. Oh, there's one. There's like one right there. But right now I'm going to go back down to the 300 yard. And you can see that 16-inch still target pretty damn good. Okay, so this rifle is suppressed, and it is now loaded. And I was hitting low, so I adjusted up about 25 clicks. So we're going to go dead center and see what happens. Ooh, it went high. I don't know, I might have flinched. I'm going to go this way. So let's try another round. That one seemed low. I must have flinched the first time. And we'll be able to look back on the video to see if I screwed up. That's what's kind of neat about this. That was a hit. That was a hit. Oh, that was a hit. Okay, so I'm going to go up and find my next rock that I had painted, if I can find one. There's one. I'm going to come up a little bit more. Now, again, get my parallax adjusted. Okay, so here's this rock, and that's probably, I'm not sure, I'm going to say roughly 350. It's between 3 and 4, obviously. So I'm going to cover up the infrared off these, or off this one leaf, and that's no infrared at all. That's just plain dark. And the infrared. So you can see the infrared does work really good. Now let's see if I adjusted the scope rate. Oh, I hit high. And you can actually see where I hit. Now I don't think I flinched, but again, I'll be able to look back and see if I actually flinch in a little bit, because I'm freezing my butt off here. Oh, that was a good hit. I'm going to go again. Yeah, okay, now let's get up to that top one. Gotta find it, there it is. Now this one's out at 400 yards. And I'm at the high infrared. Trying to adjust my parallax. And I'm going to turn my scope up a touch more. Alrighty. I think that was right in there. Little to the left. Aim a touch right. We got a slight breeze. I'm just using Kentucky windage here to compensate for the breeze from my right. And you can see the flashes on that rock. And you can see I'm starting to tear the paint off of it. You shoot a lot of rocks here in Nevada. And that sounded like I was empty. Bolts open, magazine is empty, and yeah, I'm really happy. This thing works really good. Once you use it right now. Now I'm going to push it back to where it's like the wide angle. You see the wide angle? This is what I was doing last week. Like, oh shit. So that video, and I'm going to show that video that I screwed up, because you can see this thing, it's reaching out over 400 yards. So that's the 395 yard rock right there. And I was tapping that circle is about a 10-inch circle that I painted up there last week. There's the 16-inch square. Those are those little 7 by 8-inch squares. Let me see if I can get down to the, there it is. Oh, almost. Got to readjust a little bit. I'm actually a little high. But you can see here, that's a 100-yard target. And the infrared is actually a little bit too high for that distance, for 100 yards. So back down to 1, 2. Let me focus it now that I'm not overriding everything there. That looks pretty good. And I'm still recording. So that's level 2 on the infrared. Okay, I hit the wrong button because my gloved hands, I can't feel that well. Okay, so I'm still on infrared 2, infrared 3, 4. You can see it's really like getting too powerful. It's just too close for it. Now I'm going to push it back into the, this is infrared 6, but I got the lens pushed all the way back, so it's like wide angle. And you can see I mean, you can see it okay, like we were last week, but you can also, you know, adjust slowly in and out to do it. We're going to go back out. There's another rock. I got some paint on it. I'm out of ammo, so I'm not going to be shooting no more, but just looking around out here. Okay, we're going to go look at a different angle. Now, I'm going along the mountainside, and we're probably out over 400 yards here, and you can still make out a little bit of stuff. You know, the light bushes inside the dark rock. That looks like a star plane. I'm not really sure. It's coming through pretty damn bright. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm way out, probably about 500 or 600 yards now down this hill. Yeah, and you can. If there was something big, fairly big, walking around out there, you would see it. Okay, now I'm going to try something else. Where are we at? Okay, so let me hold it here. That's just the 300 yard. I'm going to get a focus. Now I'm going to turn the zoom up. Now my hands are going to be in the way of the infrared a little bit. So as you zoom, get more magnification, your scope needs more light. So even though I got it all the way up at 6, you can see it really sucked up a lot of the light. But that's all optics are going to be that way. The more magnification you have, the more light it's going to need to get the job done. So I'm turning it back down. Now this scope says it's a 6 to 24 power, but it's not a true 6 to 24 power. I figure it's more like a 4 to 16. And I'm freezing and shaking a little bit, but you can see really good. And so these rocks up in here are about 325. We're about 350 here. And we go up, and like I said, we're almost 400 yards of that rock. You can see really good. And we are almost pitch black now. There's a little bit of twilight left over there. Okay, so I'm freezing my butt off out here. It's cold. The one leaf NV100, it worked great. They say you get about 328 yards of infrared, and as you can see, I was getting at least 400 where you can still see really good. I'm really happy with that. That's pretty awesome. The fact that it's such a small package is pretty cool also. Now, some of the reviewers have talked about the battery that they give you, which is the 18650. It's a lithium ion. They sent it with me, and so far that's the only one I've been using in it. Now, I used it all last week when I was out. Been using it all today, and I did charge it up over since last week. Nose is starting to run because it's so cold. And I seem to think it lasts fairly well. They say you can get up to 6 hours of life out of it. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to stay out here for 6 hours to find out because I'm freezing. But the 18650s, you can get them. They're not expensive to get. I purchased another flashlight this last week that had like 8 spares and a 2 battery charger on it, and for like 20 bucks off Amazon. So I got 2 more in a bag. If this battery in here had gone dead on me tonight, and I've been on for nearly 30 minutes, it looks like. So I don't think the battery is going to be an issue. Just have a couple of spares. You can also run it, there's a USB port, you can run it in with an external battery, like I do with the ATN and stuff, or the Bushnell. But I don't think that's going to be a problem. And even running the infrared, which is here, push that back in there, battery still seems fine. So I'm okay with that.